Now let's talk about copying the geometry onto curves. So let's create a geometry node and dive inside. And to draw a curve, so add a curve Bézier node. And when the node is selected, press enter to access its manipulator and start drawing curve. So you can press and hold the left mouse button to add a Bézier handles, and all of the tools shortcut are listed here at the HUD. Okay, and press enter to complete your curve. And for this example, I'm not using my own drawn curve, so I'm gonna be using the Helix SOP instead. Okay, so let's add a Helix SOP. So the Helix SOP will generate a helix shape. So here we have the height, and here we have the turns. So let's increase its height. And now let's create a test geometry rubber toy, and let's add a copy to Points SOP. So let's connect our geometry into the geometry slot, and let's connect our curve into the target points. Okay, set the display flag onto the copy to points. So here we are copying the geometry onto the curve. So let's increase the helix scale. So let's go into the transform and let's increase its uniform scale. Zoom out a bit. Okay, so here as you can see, we are copying our geometry onto the curve, but the orientation is not correct. So for correcting the orientation, we need the orientation information onto the curve. So if we middle click, you see we only have the point position information. So if I enable my point display, so here as you can see we have the points. So these are the points in 3D space. So we only have the point position information, but we don't have the orientation information. To add the orientation, we can use the node called Orientation Along Curve, this node. So let's connect that. So let's set the display flag onto the orientation along curve. So now if I middle click, now you see we have some attribute. We have the attribute name n, which means normal, and we have a up vector. So we can visualize our normal by clicking on this display normal button. So here as you can see, we have these normals, and we also have a up vector to visualize our up vector. So hover over to that node and click on this I button to bring up our inspection window, and click on the up attribute to add a visualizer. So here as you can see we have the up vector in yellow. Okay, so let me hide my point display and the point normal display, and let's click on this I button again and click on this up attribute again to hide the visualizer. And now if I set my display flag onto the copy to point, now you see we have the orientation. So now the orientation is not correct. So we can go on to the orientation along curve, and where it says target up vector to curve normal, so let's change this to y-axis. So which means we are using the y-axis as a up vector. And now here as you can see we have a very smooth transition of our geometry. So here onto the orientation along curve, we have some additional control, so we can add a rotation. So go into the additional rotations. We can enable apply roll or twist. So let's add a roll to rotate. We can add a full twist, or we can add a partial twist. We can also add a yaw. So that's the rotation in a single axis. So let's enable the apply pitch to rotate our geometry in other axis. Okay, so we can add a resample node. So let's connect that. So we can use the resample node to control our number of points. So we can use the length here. So we can increase the number of points by using the edge length, or we can use the maximum segments. So here now we are telling exactly how many points we want on to our curves. Set the display flag on copy to points, and let me disable my point display. And here, as you can see, we are copying more or less geometry onto the curve. So right now the copying is very slow, because if I middle click here, you see we have lots of points. So what we can do is on to the copy to point, let's check pack and instance. So what it will do, it will pack our geometry into single points and then copy onto the curve. So now if I middle click here, as you can see, we have 51 packed geometries, and we are only using the almost 2 MB of RAM. So before that, if I middle click here, as you can see, we are using the 92 MB. So the packed geometry is very memory efficient. So we can also unpack our geometry. So if you do need access to all of the geometry points, so after unpacking, now we have our original geometry back, or onto the copy to point, uncheck pack and instance to have the same effect. So let's enable that. And now if I change my number of points, now my copy to point SOP is working very smoothly. And we can also use this technique to animate our geometry along the curve. So we can add a Carve SOP. So if I set my display flag onto the curve, so we can change the first U to cut our geometry, or if you want to start on the other way, let's disable the first U and choose the second U. Now you can cut your curve on the other direction. So let's enable the first U. So now here, as you can see, I'm carving up my curve, and here onto the curve we have the option to extract the point. So now we are extracting only one point from our curve, and we can use the first U to change our cutting position. Okay, so basically now we have an one point. So if I set the display flag on copy to point and I use my first U, now as you can see, we are basically animating our geometry onto the curve. So now let's disable our carve node by hover over to that node and click on this bypass button to bypass the node. Okay, so let's go back onto the helix and maybe add a height ramp. So here let's add a point, and let's bring that position up a bit to create a steeper line in between. And now let's enable our carve node again. So we can animate this. So if you want to add a keyframe, press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard and press the left mouse button to add a keyframe at the current frame. So now the parameter has been green, so which means we have set it a keyframe. So let's go on to the frame 90 and let's change this all the way to 1 and press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard and left mouse button to add another keyframe. So now if I play, so now as you can see we are animated our geometry onto the curve. So let's enable the real-time playback by clicking the clock button. So let's hit play, and if you want to set the interpolation of your keyframe, hover over to that parameter and press and hold the shift key on your keyboard and middle mouse button press to open up the graph window. And here we have the first keyframe and here we have the second keyframe. So let's select both of these keyframes and let's change the interpolation to linear. From here, change this to linear. So now we have the linear interpolation. So now let's hit play. Okay, and there is also a node for copying your geometry onto the curve. So it is called copy to curves, this node. So this node requires the geometry. So here we have the geometry and here we have the curve. So here as you can see we have the curve, and if I middle click here, as you can see I don't have any orientation attribute. So if I select this curve and put it into the second slot of the copy to curve and set the display flag, and let me disable my point display. So press P to bring up its parameter. So here as you can see we have the option to set the orientation. So where it says target up vectors, let's change this to y-axis. So basically the copy to curves node is a digital asset, so which means you can drive inside. So if I select the node and press enter, so now we are inside that node. So inside that node, here as you can see we have the basic copy to point SOP and we have the orientation along curve node. Okay, so let me delete that. And by the way, if you are using the Helix SOP, or the SOP is called the spiral and the Helix is its preset. So the spiral SOP does have some attribute. So for example, we can change the number of point. So if I enable the number of point, so here we can set the number of point, so which means we don't need the resample SOP. And also it has the option to output the orientation, so where it says output attributes. So here we have the option to enable the up vector as well as the n for normal, or we can enable the orient attribute to orient our geometry. So which means we don't need the orient along curve node if we are working with the spiral SOP. Okay, so now here as you can see we have the orientation.